stretched out for a couple of innings if need be. You've got Seagrass for the 8th potentially.
Well, you know why he's up there, but
Martinez coming on when we come back. Commonly referred to as the 8th inning man, comes in with 2 runners on here in the 6th. It's part of our Chevy call to the pen. A lot of interesting moves and moving parts here for Mike Matheny. Didn't pinch hit for Joe Kelly with a couple runners on. Kelly goes back out there, is only able to record 1 out, and then the most interesting, arguably, of these moves is seeing Martinez here.
Well, I think what fans, before getting excited and say, what is he doing? It's just everything's in flux right now until he gets roles solved down there in the bullpen. And Mike not real comfortable going with anybody other than the big 3, Seagrass, Martinez, and Rosenthal. We put Randy Schode in there, but from a right-handed standpoint, not comfortable yet with anybody else.
So 2 runners on. And Starling Marte hits it left side. Can they turn 2? Out at second and safe at first. Marte gets down the line. Beat it out. So Martinez gets the first out.
Marte's got really good speed, and he really does not hit this ball hard enough to get 2. It's not a direct ball. There you see the runner trying to stay in there. And that doesn't disrupt Carpenter. He can put that ball head high. If he wants to take it between the eyes, so be it. But kind of hard for a base runner to hang in there with that ball coming right at you.
Here's Travis Snyder. 2 for 3. He singled to left, singled to center, scored a run. There is no doubt at some point, maybe in the near future, that Carlos Martinez is the front-end type of pitcher of a rotation. But right now, he serves the role out of the bullpen. And also, just like Joe Kelly, one of the most athletic pitchers you'll find in the game. Cardinals talk about how nothing phases Carlos Martinez.
So Ishikawa trying to stay there, disrupt the throw, but there was a clean lane. Ball just wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2. I am one of those that believes young pitchers need to pitch out of the bullpen for a couple years before they go to the rotation. There'll be exceptions, you know, like Waka. But I mean, you know Martinez can be an outstanding late inning setup man. We don't know whether he can be an outstanding starter. He has the golden arm. He has the gift of the arm, but does he have the stamina? Is he ready for that role? But as a reliever, he's a weapon.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Instead, a check on the runner. Clint Hurdle is in the same school of thought that you are, Al, and he was talking about Stormy Pimentel, who picked up his first major league win against Chicago in the extra inning game that went 16 innings. Game 2 of their series the other night, which was Wednesday night, ended on Thursday morning. He said, look, I'm a big believer that you develop pitchers out of the bullpen before anywhere else.
And Pimentel is out of options, and they feel that if they were to send him down, they would lose him to another ball club. He has very good stuff, but as a manager, you can protect a guy in the bullpen. You can kind of build their confidence up and use him in certain situations. If he doesn't have it that day, you don't have to let him stay out there. So you're always building the confidence, and then down the road, you'll see how much they can go and can they develop a rotation.
3-1, hit on the ground to Colton Wong, and good work by Carlos Martinez. Gets the final 2 outs here in the 6th. St. Louis still on top. It's 4-1. And Carlos Martinez, Al Raboski, is our BJC Healthcare difference maker.
Well, Mike Matheny felt like he had to bring him in last inning, secure the lead through the 6th inning. So now you'll see him probably only pitch the 7th inning. Well, you do have the advantage with Adam Wainwright, an innings eater, pitching tomorrow for the Cardinals.
Does this play into it too, Al, that with Martinez having been stretched out as a starter until
Yes.
the final week of spring training, you feel a lot more comfortable knowing that because of that, his ability to go further in a game is got to be greater than if he was starting out as an 8th inning guy.
Yeah, you don't have the luxury of having what we call that long man. Your long man is your 8th inning guy, or even a situation where I don't think it's that big a deal. You're already carrying 12 pitchers. You don't need a 13th just to have that one guy for every 2 weeks that, a pitcher gives you 3 innings, 4 innings.
Prior to last season, Carlos Martinez had been in relief just 1 game prior to last year. And he has got electric stuff. He's got a fastball that we've seen that has hit triple digits as Segrist is now getting loose. The 2-1.
Well, remember, with Segrist getting loose, their bench is all right-handed hitting. But Segrist is also, like Martinez. Martinez can retire left-handed batters. Segrist can retire right-handed batters.
Martinez has got a 2-seamer, that sinker. He'll occasionally throw that 4-seamer to change the arm angle, and the pitch you just saw right there is the pitch that he gets an awful lot of outs on, and that's one of the nastiest sliders in the game today.
Goes extremely hard, and then you said that slider, it's late breaking, a lot of funny swings against it.
And it's a leadoff walk.
This is kind of the problem. If you get Segrist up right now
Want to use him on Alvarez.
but you probably are not.
Yep.
You don't want to go through your 2/3 of your reliable relievers in the 7th inning. But that is the luxury. Martinez stretched out as a starter, competing with Joe Kelly for the 5th spot in spring training. But he's also one of those guys that you're going to let him face lefties, righties, doesn't matter.
So here is Alvarez. The shift is on. Short lead by McCutchen, and that's drilled into right field. And the catch is made. Craig makes the catch on a sinking line drive.
Ball
Almost
hit.
tattooed.
Yes, it was. Alan Craig, showed earlier he has not made an error as an outfielder, but he really feels more comfortable in the outfield than he does at first base. And he does a fine job at first base also. Just a rocket here. Is it sinking on him? Did he lose it in the lights? But he stays with it.
Russell Martin is grounded out to second. RBI with a bases loaded walk in the 3rd and lined out to right. 0 for 2. Martinez would love the double play here, and that's high and tight to Martin, and you wonder if it's going to start getting the attention of the pitching staff of the Pirates after Taveda's been hit on a pitch that was up and in, and then that one to Martin.
Sometimes very close pitches to the strike zone, look like they nearly hit guys because they're not expected to be pitched inside.
Cardinals talk about with the arm angle of Martinez with the 2-seamer, how he can run it in on right-handed batters. It just darts in.
For someone that throws as hard as he does, and he can hit triple digits, a lot of times his 4-seam fastball must be straight. It's hit hard. The sinker has a lot better action, and then he does have a good breaking ball. I'm not sure that was the good one there, but he gets the called strike.
Such an athletic pitcher, a former shortstop. When he was initially signed by Boston, snafu with the Red Sox, and winds up with the Cardinals. The 1-2 is popped up. May have gotten away with it. Peralta makes the catch. We remind you that this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the St. Louis Cardinals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. Along with Al Raboski, the Matt Hungarian, Dan McLaughlin here in the booth. Jim Hayes is with us as well. And here is the switch hitting Neil Walker.
Walker's power is from the left side.
He's had 4 straight double-digit home run seasons. First Pirate second baseman to ever do that. He's been a catcher, third baseman, but has found a home at second. There's the huge splits in home runs between lefty and right side of the plate.
Hometown kid, plays the game the right way. His dad was a professional pitcher, big league pitcher, even pitched briefly in the Cardinal organization.
Neil tells the amazing story of what Clemente means to his family, as his dad was supposed to be on the trip in which Roberto Clemente died. And
Clemente told his dad not to come on the holiday. Right?
That's right. That's right. He said, be with your family. And Neil Walker said, my dad went on that trip. I'm not here. Ground ball, and good job by Adams to take it on the short hop. Steps on the bag. And Martinez gets 5 key outs in this game.